It's hard to be authentic these days and come up with your own aesthetic or vision or style. Sometimes it's difficult for me to articulate how expressive I feel. To build with your hands and to create things with your hands, there's nothing like it, really. My name's Devon Pedersen, and I am 33 years young. I make furniture, I build out vans. I'm a lot of things. Cut! Take two. I live in Costa Mesa, California. Westside Costa Mesa is definitely a profound area for creatives, artists, designers, entrepreneurs. So I feel comfortable here. So we're gonna talk about the Delicas. I went on, I think it was Facebook Marketplace, and I saw the Mitsubishi Delica. They're JDM vans, Japanese domestic market. They're just a funny, short wheelbase off-road vehicle that's capable of taking you places. So I saw this thing online, I was like, I gotta buy this thing. I bought the van, sight unseen. It touched down like a week later, and I just had this beautiful Mitsubishi L300 Delica, turbo diesel 4x4, ready to, make it my new home. Having a creative space is a necessity, because without it, I was falling into just vices that weren't healthy. 7, 8 years ago, I was painting full-time, trying to make it as an artist, trying to get representation from other galleries, so it was tough. It was a roller coaster, obviously, but I just focused on changing the medium to wood. My grandfather was a woodworker. He had his own shop, so that's also where it started when I was a kid. It's in the blood. Oh, wow, welcome. Wow, you knew we were coming.
Devin was a very interesting little boy because he was very talented, but he could be a little mischievous.
Oh shit, yeah.
When I was 10 to 12 years old at my grandpa's shop, I was in the garage building skate ramps. The largest project we took on was building a half pipe. It was the sketchiest half pipe you would ever see in your life.
There was a lot more learning that Devin did in the shop with Grandpa than I knew about. They would spend a lot of time together. It was a learning experience, I think, for both of them. Today, he would be amazed and very, very proud.
Before the van, it was an '89 Toyota long bed. I built a pop-top camper on the back of it. The only thing I had at the time was a few hand tools, but I was willing to learn some new techniques. It was cool. It looked like a planked cedar canoe. I was proud of it, so I lived out of it for a year. Saved up some cash to start slowly manifesting a shop one day. When I signed the lease to this place, I'm like, all right, it's game on. I started designing it out. Everything's just sweat equity. My friend Joey, he was painting the mural while I was building the loft, and it was good times. From 5-person bands that packed house with 100 heads in here to a mechanic pop-up shop with nomadic vans, boys in Idaho. I'm trying to have it as a fun, creative workshop to come and get your hands dirty and have some fun in between. Guess what I just did, dude? This whole scribe mark is for the other side. So now we have to basically disassemble this whole fucking closet and then swap sides right here, which is gonna be a bitch. Because the steps in between making something with your hands, physically and mentally, it's draining and it's fucking hard. You go from 9 to 5 and then you're now 24/7. Last year alone, I think I built out 8 or 9 Delicas. From the start, I just ripped the whole floor out. From hours of making templates and going on CAD and taking measurements of the entire floor geometry, and then figuring out where all the bolt patterns are so then I can replace the floor with a CNC cut floor that I put in. And then with that floor, that's the foundation. And I like the idea of building a van out from the beginning to the end without taking more than like a month. I did months of prototyping for how the bed system was gonna work. Getting every single template, it was so time consuming. I've failed so many times. The bread and butter was the CNC, so instead of having a table saw where I just run boards to the table saw, now I can just use the CNC as my table saw and just do these precision cuts that you can get really creative with, adding Japanese joinery to a build that you can never do without that machine. What is Japanese joinery? Traditionally, it's meant to minimize the use of hardware. Architecturally, they've been building for thousands of years in Japan. They did it mostly because of the earthquakes there. They needed buildings that would compensate for movement. So it's fun to create a build, design something that is unconventional. I like to be a little different and unique, and everything I design, I'm trying to design it in a way where it's functional, there's art in it, and it's affordable. I'm hoping the pieces that I do create will allow you to use throughout your life. Quality over quantity, right? Don't buy cheap shit. Be a minimalist and buy something that is gonna outlive yourself, really. My goal for this space and my goal for the future, create and build what I want to see in the world. And inspiring people to get their hands dirty.